it won't be easy, but you have a choice. You choose to settle, you will die. Because anything that is not growing is dying. And anything that's growing is living. And then that can live even after you die. You know? That can live even after you die. And then ask yourself, if you die today, what is going to continue living behind your back?
G'day podcast tribe, Gerold Hubert here on the Unlock Your Growth podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to accelerate your business growth and to help you build businesses that add value and change the world around you. Today with me here in the studio, I have my very good friend and co-host, Christian Nyambui. Welcome, Christian, to today's podcast. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Gerold. And thank you so much, Tribe, for listening to us again today. And we are very happy to serve you because we are here to serve and then to add more value to our tribe. And
Yeah, always adding more value. I mean, I'm so excited. We've had an incredible last couple of, 3 weeks of having special guests on the podcast. And we had just incredible value after value after value. So if you haven't listened to the previous podcasts, please go over after this podcast, go and listen to these podcast episodes that we did before that, because there were some really incredible things that were shared. And today we just wanted to focus on talking about why you shouldn't settle, why you should not give up, and why you should not settle where you are at. In a sense, why you should not stop growing. So maybe you have a business, maybe you are in a place where you have been doing your business for a while, or maybe you tried something, you just started out, and maybe things are not going the way you imagined, the way that you thought they would go, because things are always harder. They say about business, there's a rule about starting a business. They say it will always cost you more time, more money, and more effort, and it will take much longer than what you expected. And so maybe you are in a place where you're wondering, should you continue with this business? Should you keep on investing into this business? Should you maybe go back to working a full-time job? Or what should you do? Or maybe you are running a business and you're making enough money to sustain yourself. But maybe, as a listener, you have come to a place where you've kind of settled on just being okay, or just making a certain amount of profit, just making a certain amount of impact. But you have kind of sacrificed or given up on the dream of having a bigger business, making a bigger impact, and adding more value in the world. And so today we really want to talk about that, and we want to encourage you as our listener not to settle and not to give up, because this is one of the critical traits of an entrepreneur or a business owner, is that you need to have that endurance. You need to be tenacious. You need to have that ability to keep going and to keep growing, because the moment you stop growing, that's the moment where things start to become dull. They lose its flavor. There's no more fun to it, because you're not being challenged and you're not being taken beyond your capacity, so you don't grow anymore. And this is amazing. Like, Christian, can you imagine if we had stopped before continuing with Oxana? Like, it took us a while to get. We had some other ideas before starting Oxana, right? We had some other business ideas. We had spoken about things. You had some other business ideas. Before starting this company, we did YouTube. You're still running with your YouTube channel. I stopped mine. Well, it's there, but I kind of stopped focusing on that for now. We've tried many different things. Both of us, we've had different businesses. We've tried many things, and yes, they failed, or we could say it's not really a failure, it's a lesson. But if we had given up, we wouldn't be sitting here today, right?
Yeah, I can even say that we didn't fail, but we didn't settle in the less that we were getting. We wanted more, and then by wanting more, and then we went and then tried to think and then challenge ourselves until we have now Oxano. And then this is the problem most people have and today in life. You know, some people, they start business because they don't like their jobs. They start business because they just want the income so that they can pay their bills, and that's all. But that's not life. You know, you're not living. You don't settle for less just to pay your bills, and then after that. But if you know what you want and you are trying to do better, you can say, okay, I'm here, but I want more. And settling for less might be maybe you know, just being comfortable with your comfort zone. You know, saying, okay, I don't want to challenge myself.
Yeah.
No, up there it's more risky. Up there, it can be your fear that's blocking you. But today, with Oxano, we are here to tell you that you can do better than what you are doing right now. You can do more. You can go further. It's all dependent on what you see. Because at the beginning, you thought maybe, okay, all I want is just bread and
milk.
And milk. But things like this, I will say, think about others as well. More your business grow, more other people can get jobs. You know, you had a job, but still other people don't have jobs. So more you grow your business, more other people can help more people. It's all about what value you are adding in this world. My friend, we can't come in this world and just live, the world just like that without impacting the world. We have to have that in our mind. How can I impact the world? I will tell you, I didn't realize that until I think it was before yesterday or just this week somewhere there. Someone told me it's a younger boy, and at the first, I think it was last year or the beginning of this year, I tried to help that boy by trying to initiate him to the entrepreneurship, and he was like, people come to us with different reasons. So I had to clarify and to be patient with him, but he came back. He had some trouble, and I understand life, So he taught me one thing. He told me he was just from nowhere. Thank you so much. Say, thank you so much for what? I didn't give you money. No, thank you so much. You inspire me. You give me hope. Just the way I was talking to him. You see, like some people want you just to add something, just to tell them something, just to, to give them hope. And then that's a blessing that you are adding to the world, and the world wants it. So imagine that you say, no, okay, I'm not going far from what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Or you limit yourself in just the region where you are, like the country, or how many people are missing the value that you can add in their life. So that we have to have that in our mind as well, so that we can challenge ourselves and try to see far where we can go with what we are doing right now. Like Oxano, we want to impact more people. We want to go far with this business. We want to help more people to grow. That's why we didn't settle in we didn't see, okay, this is what we are doing. Yes, we're still doing almost what we have been doing, Like we have our YouTube, we have the podcast, we are sharing the value, but now it's more like a real business, and then it's helping more people. Like yesterday story, another lady that we helped in 𝐁𝐔𝐄𝐂𝐂, like she was like excited. I saw her texting me at 12 in the morning, like she was like, no, 𝐁𝐔𝐄𝐂𝐂, I saw her posting 𝐁𝐔𝐄𝐂𝐂, that joy that we're adding in people's life. It's good. And then even God, when he sees things like that, he will say, okay, my child, you have accomplished a lot, but that takes a lot from you. The challenge and the work that you put on the things.
Yeah, I think it takes a different kind of mindset, not just living for yourself. Because let's be realistic, most businesses start for selfish reasons, right? And it's not wrong reasons, but they are selfish. I start a business because I need to eat. That's not wrong, but it's selfish. It's just about me. It's not about anyone. And I mean, for the most part, yes, we can't, we can't always see that far to say, okay, well, yeah, I'm just starting this spaza shop, or I'm just starting this consulting business, or I'm just starting this photography business, and you're kind of just trying to survive. And that's okay. Like, it's fine to be in that place where you're starting a business because there is a need. There's nothing wrong with that. And we are not saying don't do that. Like, yes, that's great. But you have to ask yourself then the next question is where to from here, right? Because I can't settle there. I can't make my home in that season. Like, it's a season that I can go through to say, okay, I'm starting this company, maybe I can use even my wife as an example. She started her company because she got retrenched from her job. She kind of didn't have a choice, and it was a season she had been thinking about, should she start a business or not, but she didn't really have, like I can say, the courage to take that step. And so things happened and she had to start a business. And she's not somebody that necessarily, how can I say, she's not a business person, right? She loves the work that she does. She's good, very good at the work that she does, but she's not a business person. She's not an entrepreneur. But now she is a business person, but she's not an entrepreneur, but still. And, sometimes we take those first steps because we have to take those first steps. Maybe you are forced because you got retrenched, or you lost your job for some reason, or during COVID, many people had to start businesses because what are you going to do? You have to eat. And that's cool, right? That's fine. Like, start a business. Yes, get it to a place where it's sustainable, where it can grow. But if you don't aim higher than that level, that business is not only not going to grow, but it will actually shrink. Because, the reality of business is that you do this much work and the business grows that much, right? And as you have to keep on putting in the work, otherwise it's like a farm. If you don't put in the work to plant the seed and to water them and then to take care of them, and then when harvest time comes, there will be nothing to harvest. And if you're just building this small, let's say you have this garden, a vegetable garden at your house, like that vegetable garden might be enough to sustain your family now, but as time goes on, you will need more, right? Your family is growing, you are growing, there's maybe more people you need to take care of. And if you have not been thinking bigger than just taking care of one or two people, you will be late when the need comes, right? And so we have to have a mindset where you are thinking beyond yourself. What about my children? What about the next generation? Maybe not even my children. We were talking about this in the week, I think you and I can't remember if it was us, but I was having a conversation, I'm sure it was with you. We said that it's a sad thing to see somebody who spent their life building a business. Yeah. And then when they die, they leave it to no one, right? It just dies with them. That's because then you've spent all of that, just to get through life. Like, where's the fruit of that, right? It dies with you. But if you have a mindset of not settling, it means that you are not just building a business for yourself, but you're building a business for the future generations. It might not even be your children, because not everybody's children wants to be in the family business, and that's okay. Your children don't have to take over your business. That's fine. Maybe they can be shareholders. They can still profit from it. They don't have to be the people running the business. Like, let your kids do what they want to do, right? But if you are building a business, like, it's going to bless more people in a later stage in life. But if you're aiming low and you're just getting by, trust me, it's only a matter of time before you get stuck. It will not be enough for long. And when it's discouraging to work hard, because business is hard work, only to survive the month. Like, and things run out. Like, if we don't make, let's say, for example, for this podcast, let's use this example. If we only do this podcast with a mind to just get by, we will not have enough money to maintain the equipment. And then the equipment, after some time, they're going to break. And when the equipment breaks, we won't have a means to produce the podcast. And if we can't produce the podcast, let's say that we got an income from this podcast. Let's say this was our only business, right? Then we lose our means to have an income. So what happens? Not only does your business die, but actually you also die with it. In a hypothetical sense, you suffer.
Actually, even the same channel of mind that you were saying, like, actually, if your business is not growing, the problem is not the business that's not growing. It's you who's not growing.
Yeah.
Because every person who's growing, you will see it around him and in what he's doing. Let's say you are an entrepreneur, you have a business, and then years after years, your business is in the same level of tech. You are okay, you can get the food, you can get what you want, you can pay your rent, but every year, your rent, let's say you're renting, goes up.
Everything goes up.
Everything goes up, but you are just in the same level of your business, because you don't want to go, you don't want to challenge yourself, you don't want to take more risk. I understand sometimes the pressure and the fear of going to unknown things that you, for example, let's say, like, you want maybe your business, for it to grow, you need fund. And then you say, okay, I don't want to get money there. I don't want to be in debt. I don't want to be there. I'm okay like this. Yeah, it's okay as well. And then you live like that. But what? In 5 years, where are you seeing yourself? Because your business will be there, but you will be the person who's not growing. Because more you grow, your business will grow. You growing is meaning that you are learning more about that business. You are learning more, and then you are challenging yourself. You are taking the step of faith. You are going up. You are going, like, pushing. And then by pushing, you learn. As there's so many things that we didn't know at the beginning. When we started this business, we didn't know so many things. But by pushing ourselves, trying to learn more, trying to go more, what else to learn, what can we learn? And then we end up learning more, knowing more things, And then even where we are right now and what we do, if you check our other podcasts, you see that we've been bringing people in the podcast, and those people come with fresh like knowledge that we are learning by doing it. It's like we are growing. We're doing 2 of us. It was only me and you and Gerold, Pastor Gerold. But more people are coming. We are learning from those people, and then we are growing from that. And then this is the other thing as well. Sometimes we don't know where to start to grow. Start with collaboration.
Yeah.
collaborate with people, go look for people. If you can't do things because you think, no, you don't have the competency of doing it, go to people, collaborate with people. The small income that you're getting, cut it, give to other people, grow the business. You will realize that by giving away, you will grow the business, and then even the income will grow, because the new people who will come, the collaboration they will bring, they will bring new energy. They will bring new knowledge to a business. They will bring even the people who have behind them, like they know people. And then there's people who are ready to follow them everywhere they're going. So if you collaborate with people, you grow to new knowledge, and then you try to learn new things, you will grow. Please don't settle in where you are right now. Take the step of faith. I don't see any business where there's no risk. Any business has risk.
Any business, any job, every job has risk. You know, I mean, in COVID, we saw how, because most people are saying, well, you know, I don't want to do business because it's risky, or I want to just work in my job. You think you are safe. We saw during COVID how some of the biggest companies in the world had to retrench people. It's like, don't think because you're working for a big company, like I'm working at First National Bank. I know, you know, like at least FNB, they don't retrench people normally, you know, they have a policy not to retrench their people. They try to move you around. But I know people have been retrenched. Like if the company is not doing well or something happens in the company, there's no way, like nothing is sure. So
if they're not they can't pay you.
What are you gonna do, right? Or what if you work for a company? Yeah, you don't lose your job, but we have friends, right? During COVID, they got pay cuts. And some of them stayed with a pay cut for almost 2 years. Some of them eventually had to move from that job because the pay was just never increased again. And so you have to realize that, like Christian was saying now, that there is always risk no matter what you are doing. The question is just like, where do you want to risk that, right? Where do you want to take the risk? And the beautiful thing about business is that there is no ceiling. The ceiling is simply your growth. Your company is only limited to your growth. As much as you are willing to push it, willing to grow, like that company, there's like with a salary, you get the same amount every month. Actually, the value of that money is reducing every year, every month. So you're not getting the same salary. Even though you're getting increase, it's not really an increase unless you are jumping, if you are jumping the ladder around, you know, playing that game, which is also not always good because anyway, there's other consequences of that. But it's like, you have to realize that in order for your business to be satisfying, in order for your business to bring purpose to your life and to serve a purpose, like a greater purpose than yourself, like we said in the opening of this podcast, that we purpose to help people to grow their businesses, to add value to the people around them, and to change the world around them. Because we believe that every business has a purpose and every business can have an impact, a positive impact in the world around them. Like, you're not just surviving. And if, like, maybe that's something that if you are in a place right now where you feel like giving up, or where you feel like, you know, like it's just not working, or you feel it's boring, or you feel like it's not fun anymore, then maybe it's because you have settled. You have kind of made your camp at this place where you are at now. I would say to you, go back and think about why did you start this business in the first place? What was your dream in the initial beginning when you started? What was your vision? Go and revise your vision. Go and think about the possibilities. Don't put a cap or don't ask how. Just think about the possibilities. Build a vision. See how you can transform other people's lives, how you can draw in people, how you can bless them, how you can add to their lives through your business. Like, build your business for others, not just for yourself. Have a vision that is focused on others, not just on yourself, because That's the most rewarding thing about business. It's not the money. Like, money is great, like it's a tool, right? But money is just a tool. It's a tool to access something. It is a tool to access more people. It is a tool to give people better lives. It's a tool to give people access to education and to spiritual growth, and to help people to be free, right? To live their lives and to live their dreams and to have their relationship with God and to walk and to do the things they need to do. It's a tool, but money is not the means to a happy life. Like, it cannot give you a happy life. If you are not happy, if you are not driven, if you are not fulfilled in the small things, you'll never be in the big things. But when you have a business that you are building with the focus on adding value and blessing others and growing that business and including having a vision that's bigger than you, reaching more people, like, that is something that's going to bring you so much joy in the business that you're doing. You can go to bed at night and know, like, wow, you know what, this was a great day. Wow, you know, that it was amazing to see that person smile and rejoice and see them like light up because of the value you brought for them, or to see that client, how happy they were with your product or your services, or knowing that you've given your best. And I mean, for us, we are believers, you know, so if you are a believer as well, you'll know this verse. If you are a Christian, if you're not, it's okay. But, you know, there's a verse where Jesus says, like, do whatsoever you do with all your might, right? To the glory of God. Not unto men, but unto God. And that's the thing, like, when you really live a life where you don't settle, like, I'm not just going to, like, settle here, you know? When you live a life where you are constantly pushing yourself, like, you are glorifying God. You are spending your life for a purpose. You are leaving a mark, a legacy in this world. Maybe people won't remember your name because, I mean, think about it. Out of the billions of people that came before us in the 2 generations before us, how many people's names do we know? Maybe 10 or 20? The chances of people knowing your name in the next generation is like, probably there's a better chance of being hit by an airplane, you know. But it's like, so it's not about leaving a name, but it's about leaving an impact, that you can help change people's lives, that you can help add value to people's lives, that you can transform and be, you can be an agent of transformation in the world and helping people to live better lives and helping people to know that there is value in their life. And there is value in your life as well. Like, if you are listening to this, like, this podcast is about you. It is about you understanding that you are the hero of our story. And your people, your clients, the people around you, the people you serve, they are your heroes. And your life needs to be to serve them. And you need to think bigger. How can I impact the people around me more? How can I add more value? How can I grow? How can I be greater? How can I be better next time? You know, because that's why we were made. We were not, like, if you look at a tree, I always use this analogy. If you look at a tree and that tree is no longer growing, it's not going up. Is that normal?
It's not.
It's not normal. Do you think that tree is healthy? No, something is wrong. And it's like, in our growth, that's where we serve our purpose. That's where we live in fullness for our lives. That's where we find incredible fulfillment, is in growing. Because when you grow, the people around you start to grow. And it's a blessing to everyone. And so this podcast is really important for all of us to understand. Don't settle where you are. I know maybe it's difficult. Yeah, it's always going to be difficult. Do you think that Elon Musk says, oh, it's so easy now? No, he's still struggling. He's still fighting and trying. And, you know, like, it's never easy.
Actually, if you read the story of Elon Musk, I have been trying to study how we think and how they do things. You know, you understand that those people, that group of people, they don't settle in one thing. They move quickly in things. Like, they have something in their vision. They have something in their mind. and they go for it. And then what they do, they start a business, they make money in that business, and they take that money to create another business from that money. And they make money, they create another business from that. They found that business, that new setup starts coming out. They found it, they bam, 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 they move. You see that they're helping more people to get jobs. They are helping more people to learn because they even finance some research. They finance there so that the world can grow. The world can get new technology so that we can grow. And then if we are really honest, the world is where it is right now because some people didn't want to settle where they were.
Mm-hmm. I was just
took
thinking
the risk.
Like
So
we have what we have today because other people had a vision. Other people did not give up. You know, imagine how many they talk about Thomas Edison when he created the light bulb. I can't remember the exact number now, so please don't quote me on this. But I think it was I think he made something like 500 different prototypes or attempts.
1,000.
Was it like, yeah, it's like some like 1,000 attempts at creating a light bulb, right? But he didn't give up. He didn't settle. He was like, you know what? This isn't working now, but I know this can work. I just need to figure it out. And business is the same. Like, you might fail many times and we will probably fail in different areas, right? But it's about not giving up. It's about being tenacious. It's about endurance, like just keep going, keep trying new things, keep adjusting, keep modifying your plan, keep looking at your business plan, your strategy. Like Christian was saying, bring in people to help you, collaborate, join tribes or groups where you can learn and grow and ask questions. Like just don't settle, man. That's there's so much more on the other side of failure, right? Like, don't be afraid to fail, because on the other side of failure is growth, and on the other side of growth is success.
And sometimes you have just to ask yourself question. That's question I always ask myself. If I give up today, how many people are going to suffer because of me giving up? Or how many people are going to be happy if I give up? Because we have to see the world in both sides of the things. There's other people who want us to fail. There's other people who want us to succeed. But don't give anyone a reason to be happy because of your failure. Wake up. Please wake up. Push and push and push. Don't settle in where you are right now. Don't settle in small things. Push and work on, like, it's not, there's one thing I always say, small growth is still growth. I will repeat it again. Small growth is still growth. This plant is growing, but maybe you won't realize it that it's growing because it's going slow, small, but it's growing. So you don't have to jump to go up or to grow, or if you see another person growing up, maybe this sometimes the comparison problem, like, why is it going like this? You don't know what is doing, what the other person does when you are sleeping. Most of us, we don't sleep, like we don't sleep. We do so many things. We push, we go there, we sacrifice a lot to be where we are right now. So please, we are here to tell you that you can make it. You can do it.
Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't settle. And find some help if you need help. Don't be too proud for help. Be humble. Statistically, it has been proven. I sent you that other video, that TED Talk. And the guy talks about humility, the importance of humility in leadership. And he showed that statistically it has been proven through research that humble leaders are more successful than narcissist leaders. And it's like, because when you are humble, you are teachable. When you are humble, you will get up when you failed.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, I screwed this up. But I'm not going to stop. And there's I think it was from the movie The Last Samurai, where I forget the main character's name now. The guy, he was the British guy in the story, and the samurai captured him, the Japanese, and he stayed for they spared his life, and then they nursed him back to health, but he was still not well. And then one day he was facing off with the chief in the village, oh, I can take you on. I can't remember exactly what happened there, but this guy beat him up, right? the chief of the village. He whipped him, and he knocked him down, and the guy just kept getting back up. He was bleeding. He was limping. He couldn't even lift his arms anymore because he had beaten his arms. But the guy kept getting back up. And eventually the chief was just whatever, and he left him. But who won that battle? The guy that beat the guy up, or the guy that never gave up, right?
The one who never gave up.
The one that never gave up. And there's an old saying like that. If you never give up, then you can never lose. You cannot beat someone that will not give up. You might beat them, but if they don't give up, you have not won. and it's the same. Just don't wherever you are right now in your business, do what you need to do. Go the extra mile, right? Look for help, ask questions, be curious, be like a child, have dreams, be excited about your business, think bigger, have a vision, speak to people about it, ask, if you need help, then ask for help. Even for us, at Oxana, you can contact us. We can help you to grow your business. That's what we do. We help businesses to multiply their profits. We help businesses to grow. We help businesses to start and to grow and to keep growing. That's what we do, because we love seeing people and businesses grow. That's our passion. That's what Oxana means. It means to grow. It means grow. And so that's what we do. And if you need help, you can reach out to us. But it doesn't have to be us. Anybody. Don't give up. Just keep going. Do what you need to do. Don't settle. Take it beyond. Go beyond your comfort zone. Go beyond what you think you can do. Trust God. If you're a believer, trust God for more. Trust that He can do more in your life, that He wants more in your life, right? He wants you to grow. It is God's will for you to grow. And so we just wanted to encourage you today in a short podcast, just to help you to remember not to settle and not to give up. And so from my side, Gerold, thank you so much for listening. I don't know, Christian, do you have some closing words for our listeners today?
I'll just tell them that the world is waiting for more from you. This world needs you, and me, and you. And then all that will come from us going deep down and always wake up, always trying to find the reason why you can serve more the world, the reason why you can add value in people. It's not easy. No. We are not saying you say, this guy, they think it's easy. It's not easy. And nothing in this world will be easy. Everything.
Yeah.
It won't be easy, but you have a choice. You choose to settle, you will die. Because anything that is not growing is dying. And anything that's growing is living. And then that can live even after you die.
Yeah.
That can live even after you die. And then ask yourself, if you die today, what is going to continue living behind your back.
Wow.
That's all I can say. Thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for listening to us. Please subscribe to our podcast. Share with your friend. You can see the value. We always try to add value to this podcast and to you. But don't keep it for yourself. Share with other people. And then that can even be the start of you adding value to the world. You know? And that's how, and then reach out to us if you have a question. Please, there's all the links are below the podcast, with the email, our social media. Talk to us, and we can help you. We are here to help you. We are here to add value, and we are ready, and we are waiting for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. And thank you so much for my co-host, Christian. And until the next time, have a blessed day. Goodbye.